Nearly 2/3 of the Panhandle's patients that contracted COVID-19 have recovered, but Unified Command confirms new cases are still showing up. KNEB.TV News starts right now.
From your trusted source for news in western Nebraska and eastern Wyoming, this is KNEB.TV News. Presented by Platte Valley Companies, premier provider of financial services.
Hello, I'm Ryan Murphy. This is KNEB.TV News, powered by Platte Valley Companies. Thanks for joining me. In our top story, Unified Command confirms 3 new cases for COVID-19. PPHD health officials say a Scottsbluff County woman in her 40s has tested positive, and the investigation is underway. Additionally, 2 Morrill County males, both in their 20s, are close contacts of a previous positive case, and those 2 investigations are complete. Through Tuesday night, there are 21 active cases of coronavirus in the Panhandle, and 37 of the region's 58 cumulative cases have recovered. To date, there are 13 active COVID-19 cases in Scottsbluff County, 4 active cases in Morrill County, 3 in Cheyenne County, and 1 in Box Butte County. Looking at the statewide numbers now, as the Department of Health and Human Services confirms there were 4 coronavirus-related deaths reported yesterday. That includes 2 Hall County residents, 1 Adams County man in his 60s, and 1 additional death. Through yesterday evening, the statewide death count was at 82. More than 36,000 COVID-19 tests have been administered, with just under 18% of those people testing positive. Hall, Douglas, Dakota, and Dawson counties continue to be the hotspots, while some counties like Sioux, Dawes, Sheridan, Banner, and Garden counties still having 0 confirmed cases. And Nebraska has opened a new lab to analyze the results of about 3,000 coronavirus tests daily, and will launch more testing sites beyond the ones currently operating in Omaha and hard-hit Grand Island. CHI Health St. Elizabeth and Lincoln will serve as the state's new lab under the Test Nebraska program, which state officials launched through a contract with a Utah startup. Governor Pete Ricketts says the lab will greatly expand the state's testing capacity.
As he mentioned, in the last week, a lot has gone on within our laboratory space. We've been working around the clock with our staff and with state resources to get this laboratory ready. We've received in the last several days new equipment, even robotics that allow us to do the large number of testing. Now, normally and all of that, of course, has been funded by the state of Nebraska. So it's very exciting.
Nebraska officials want to conduct more tests to get a better sense of where the coronavirus is and how quickly it's spreading. Well, coming up after the break, Bill Boyer's in with your midweek forecast here on KNEB.TV News.
Local lending. We're here for you from start to finish. Keeping money in our economy, supporting local jobs, giving back to our community, investing in entrepreneurship, making our quiet towns a destination. At Platte Valley Bank, we support local because we are local.
For the past 44 years, Platte Valley Vacuum and Sewing has been serving the Wyobraska area. That's quite a long time. At Platte Valley Vac and Sew, you'll find quality sewing machines, quilting and embroidery machines, even sergers from name brands such as Pfaff and Babylock, both known for their well-made machinery. Keep in mind you'll receive one-on-one lessons with your machine purchase. Platte Valley Vac and Sew also offers a fine selection of 100% cotton quilting fabrics and a great selection of threads and notions to assist you in most any quilting or embroidery project you might have. For all your sewing machine quilting needs, stop by Platte Valley Vac and Sew, downtown Scottsbluff.
This is KNEB.TV weather from the KNEB Storm Center, your trusted source for weather.
Going to be dealing with some breezy conditions, especially later on this evening. Wind's going to pick up in that 15 to 25 mile an hour overnight. They'll stay a little breezy in the morning, and then by mid-morning tomorrow, we're really going to have a very windy day coming across the area. So because the winds are going to stay up, it's not going to be as cold tonight. Very windy tomorrow. Temps are going to remain below normal before we have some showers roll in here for early portions of next week. Temps right about normal for a high yesterday at 69 and a low of 33. As we look at precip, nothing in the rain gauge. About where we should be for this time of year, for a year anyway, just a quarter inch below normal. Great start to the month of May at 1 1/3 inches plus above normal. Speaking of normal, if it feels like, man, it's been a little cooler, well, it has the last couple of days, but that's right about where we should be. 69 right now is our normal high, so you can see us pop in there at 69 degrees yesterday, right at normal. We were a little cooler, above cooler. Then as we go back into last week, remember this stretch of upper 70s and low 80s, even 90 degrees back here in the last day of April. Those are gone for a while. I don't see us getting back into the mid 70s anytime soon, as we're probably going to remain in the 60s, if not 50s for some highs for the next 5 to 7 days. 57 right now in Laramie. It's 71 in Denver. 60s across pretty much all the Cornhusker State. 59 up there in Norfolk. 62 in Mullen. 64 in Ogallala. 65 in Torrington. Pretty uniform in temps here across the region. And winds starting to increase in that 15 to 20 mile an hour range here points westward. Those will spread across the region as we go through the evening hours. So tonight, just going to deal with a few clouds overhead, maybe a sprinkle or a shower, but pretty few and far between on those. And low temperatures tonight going to be up from where they were last night, upper 30s to low 40s, thanks in part to that wind staying up. Now tomorrow it's going to be windy indeed, especially as we start the day out. We're going to have winds and sunshine across the region, bringing a few clouds by mid to late afternoon. And as you can see through the early evening hours, just partly cloudy skies, but winds are going to be gusty and howly across the area. So even though temps aren't going to be terrible or bitter cold or anything like that, they're going to be cooler tomorrow, and the winds are going to be blowing significantly, maybe 50, 55 mile an hour gusts. I think the strongest winds will be here in the southern Panhandle. Highs upper 50s to near 60 is about all we're going to be able to muster for most of us. And showers off to the north and east. You can see some pretty decent rains there in portions of South Dakota, not here closer to our area where we'll get very little, if anything. Partly cloudy, breezy, not as cold tonight, and a low down around 43, 15 to 25 mile an hour winds. Pales into comparison to tomorrow. Sustained winds 25 to 35 out of the northwest, gusts over 50. It's going to be quite windy, maybe near 60 for a high, but that's certainly not going to be the story. The story is going to be those winds tomorrow. Sunny skies on Friday. Friday looks like a decent day with highs about 60. Saturday windy again, temps about 60. We fall a little bit on Mother's Day, again close to 60. Monday looks like the coolest day with highs only near 50 and showers around into Tuesday as well. And then Wednesday of next week, we may finally break that cooler funk and get back into the low 70s with some isolated late day storms possible again on Wednesday.
Find out what convenient really means at the Western Travel Terminal. Start with our great selection of food and drinks, from for real milkshakes and fresh brewed coffee to snacks and hot food. Next, check out our beer and spirits with their everyday low prices. Finally, let us work for you with our full-service gas station and automatic truck and car wash. All this can be found at 822 South Beltline in Scottsbluff. Western Travel Terminal, your convenient shopping, restaurant, and full-service gas leader.
I am Rachel Pagel, and I've been a Vero customer for 15 years. I work inside a building all day with my business, and I've always got internet access. I pretty much use my cell phone for everything. I never have any problems with not having service, and I like to, when I go out of town, I still have service. There's no reason I would ever switch to anything else. Oh, sorry, hold on. This is Rachel. Yeah, see, there you go. I had cell service in the building.
With magnificent views and a majestic rolling landscape, Scenic Knolls Golf Course welcomes you. Located 2 miles north of Mitchell, make your way to the top course in the valley. Recent renovations and the highest quality greens in western Nebraska provide a fantastic golf experience at a terrific value. Scenic Knolls provides exciting golf for all skill levels and is where PGA Tour pro Nate Lashley got his start. After you're around or anytime you're hungry, stop into Ayala's restaurant for good food and drinks. Call today and book your tee time, or go online at mitchellcity.net/recreation.
Welcome back. The Scottsbluff County Commissioners on Monday night considered a request from the Old West Balloon Fest to help cover the cost of parking passes for this year's event. Hunter Kosman says the committee is considering making this year's event free of charge due to the COVID-19 pandemic and its economic impacts.
And with everything that's gone on with in the valley and kind of everywhere else, we thought if there was a possibility of getting this to be a free event, it would just kind of be an uplifting and a nice thing for the community.
Kosman says they have budgeted $35,000 for event pass sales this year and hopes that Keno funds from Scottsbluff County, Gering, Mitchell, and Scottsbluff could be allocated to cover those costs and in turn make the event free for the public. Board Chair Ken Meyer said the commissioners will look at the $10,000 request for Scottsbluff County's share and readdress the request during the May 18th board meeting. Well, SkyWest Airlines will be altering their schedule for the foreseeable future to one morning flight to Denver daily with a return flight in the evening. Western Nebraska Regional Airport Manager Raul Aguayo told KNB News the DOT did authorize SkyWest to drop back to 6 flights per week.
They are still going to fly 7 for us, which is a little bit of a win for us, but they're losing the afternoon turn. So right now, for the foreseeable future, but at least for the month of May, our first flight in the morning will leave about 9:17, and then it will come back about 7:14 in the evening. So like we were thinking, it'll be a morning, evening, and they are no longer staying overnight.
Passenger numbers have dwindled nationwide during the coronavirus pandemic, with subsidized airlines like SkyWest struggling to make ends meet while maintaining their contracted flights. The DOT's plan authorizes payment of 50% of the contracted per-flight subsidy for flights that are not operated, so long as the airline completes at least one round trip daily to the EAS community. And Torrington Mayor Randy Adams has appointed a sergeant with the Fort Collins Police Department as the city's new chief of police. Matt Johnson has 19 years of experience at various levels, including FBI endorsements and command school training, and Mayor Adams says he comes highly recommended to the city. Johnson grew up in a small town and was seeking a leadership role in such a community, and Mayor Adams says a trip to visit family in Goshen County provided the spark.
I think that's how it all happened. He happened to be visiting here and heard that the position was open and called me and asked if he might visit with me for a little bit. And when he came, I happened to have past Chief Billy James in my office, and so together we visited for over an hour with him and asked him that very question: how are you going to adapt to a little place like Torrington, Wyoming after Fort Collins? And he said, well, I can't hardly wait. He's looking forward to it. His
appointment becomes effective with the Torrington City Council approval during last night's council meeting, and he is scheduled to begin his duties on June 15th. In a release statement, Johnson said his entire family is very excited to be joining the community. Well, coming up after the break, we'll head on over to the Panhandle Humane Society to meet their featured Pet of the Week. We'll have that in just 90 seconds.
Hey, I've been hanging out here a long time outside of Panhandle Auto Group, and boy, do they have a great selection of vehicles.
And their sales team is great to work with, and you can also get your vehicle serviced and detailed too.
Welcome to Panhandle Auto. This is Sam Serta, General Sales Manager. It has been our pleasure to serve you for the past 2 years. At Panhandle Auto, we have a seat for everybody. Whether you need a vehicle for yourself, a son or daughter, our team will go above and beyond to satisfy your needs and even your dreams. So again, thank you from Sam Serta, General Sales Manager at Panhandle Auto, for allowing us to earn your business. At Panhandle Auto,
it's time for something different. Be water wise. Did you know that most people over-fertilize their lawns and gardens? This means your fertilizer and money wash down the storm drain into our waterways, where it makes dangerous algae grow. So the next time you fertilize the yard, remember, you're not just fertilizing your lawn, so don't overwater or use fertilizer when rain is in the forecast. Smart waterways add to clean water. This is a message from Tri-City Stormwater.
Home buying is filled with decisions. Neighborhood, floor plan, fenced yard. Make one choice that's easy. Start with FNBO first. We'll guide you home. Home buying is filled with decisions. Square feet, fixer-upper, room to grow. Make one choice that's easy. Start with FNBO first. We'll guide you home.
Welcome back. For this week's featured Pet of the Week, we meet just one of the 2 cats that the Panhandle Humane Society has available for adoption, and it's once again Peekaboo, a really sweet cat that's been there for way too long.
This is Peekaboo. She's 6 years old. She has been at the shelter forever. She was our longest resident for months now. She's so sweet. She loves people. She's purring now. She's just a great cat, but she just keeps getting looked over. She really needs a home. She is $25. She's already spayed. She's current on all our vaccines. You'll get a free wellness exam as well as a sample bag of food just for $25. She definitely needs a home with no other animals. She does get a little finicky, but people, she's great with all people. Definitely older kids would be a better option for her just because she is older, but she's great. Anybody who loves cats and loves sassy personalities is going to be a perfect fit for her.
Plus, whoever adopts Peekaboo will also receive a $25 Murdoch's gift card to start spoiling her right away. Well, straight ahead, we'll take a peek at what's happening around the region on your community calendar. We'll have that right after the break here on KNEB.TV News.
Small business, you're the engine that makes our communities thrive. That's why we're with you, providing more for you, so you can focus on what matters most. Small business, you're the engine that makes our communities thrive. That's why we're with you, providing more for you, so you can earn more, save more, and do more.
Welcome to Kelly's, home of the Valley's best selection of wine, spirits, and beer. Whether you're brand loyal to the tried and true brew or really enjoy trying something different and new, Kelly's has something for everyone. Family owned and operated and right on your way on West 27th Street in Scottsbluff. Kelly's Liquor. If you can't find it at Kelly's, it's not worth drinking.
When it comes to helping local folks with the loans and financial advice they need, we don't horse around. Our only goal is to help you and your family achieve your financial goals with the right loans and savings products. So if you want to bank with people that care about you and your financial needs, stop by or give us a call. First State Bank. We're big on you. Member FDIC. Online at fsbcentral.com.
Well, let's take a peek at what's happening on your midweek community calendar. That's a look at today's community calendar, brought to you by First State Bank, honoring those who give back. Nominate your community champion at fsbcentral.com.
This summer, take advantage of Chadron State College's online classes. Our classes are flexible, no matter where you are, with starting points throughout the summer. Take a summer class to finish a degree requirement that didn't fit your fall or spring schedule, or to open up your schedule later. Summer classes can help you graduate early, and a summer internship can open doors for your career. Add Chadron State College to your summer plans today. To learn more and see the summer class offerings, visit csc.edu/summer.
At Platte Valley Bank, we want you to plan for tomorrow while you enjoy today. With our personalized trust and estate planning services, our trust services can help you do just that. When it comes to estate planning, you should seek professional help. And when you do, you should have confidence in the financial institution you choose to handle your trust. At Platte Valley Bank, we pride ourselves in keeping our trust operations local and serving our friends and neighbors. We offer a highly personalized, full line of personal trust and estate planning. Give us a call today and see how our trust services can help you.
And finally tonight, you couldn't see them, but there were plenty of smiles covered by masks at hair salons here in the Panhandle that decided to reopen for business this week. At Great Clips in Scottsbluff, patrons waiting their turn did so in their cars outside with the doors locked to limit the number inside to 10 or less as part of the measures to protect against spreading COVID-19. Manager Melissa Barth told KNEB News there were a lot of changes for everyone to get used to, with customers handling it in stride.
It's a call ahead thing now, before it wasn't. You can check in online. The waits are gonna seem a little crazy, but we're going down the list to call people in as soon as we get done. So it's really not as long as what it's saying on the online check-in.
Check-ins are by phone or online only, and for now, payments must be used with a credit or debit card. Barth tells us customers were in a good mood and happy to finally get a new style or trim, and call their staff rock stars, with all of those who had been working there returning after the public health restrictions were relaxed. Well, that does it for us this time. Thank you so much for tuning in. Stay safe out there, and we'll see you here next time.